Okay, D sharp. I'm going to start off this battle with just a simple beat and some nice melodies. Good luck. Okay, Tarzan, we are here in the jungle, and your beat really made me very, very lazy. So I'm going to put in a little bit more energy and some harmonies that you can actually hear. So you can just go whistle yourself to sleep and say goodbye.
Yay! You finally did another rhythm! Well, the rest wasn't that different, but at least it's a beginning. And maybe you can learn something from these harmonies that are too quiet, because this makes the whole thing dynamic, and that surely would help you to sound less monotone.
Hey, Robin here. First of all, thank you guys for this amazing battle. I really loved what I saw and what I heard. We had two really talented loopers and they both have really good qualities. AVH have very good mix, very powerful songs. His singing is very on point, on tune. He uses own techniques and I love it. And what he does on the loop station is very efficient. D sharp sounds unique. What he does is for me very very interesting in the sound design, in how he builds his tracks on the loop. He has an incredible voice, very loud, very powerful and strong. And my vote will go to AVH. I found his rounds were more finished tracks. It sounds like he does this track till many years, you know. And even if I love the fact that D sharp is doing things on a different way, it looks like he's still searching a bit on what he does sometimes. And I have to say it, the second round of AVH is incredible. His harmony is on tune, it's beautiful. How he built the song is great, and the final drop is just so powerful. I loved it. If I only had to judge the two first rounds, I would probably give it to D sharp. But this second round of AVH is just world-class level. What can I say? I'm sure D sharp will have a great future. We'll hear about him a lot, I'm sure of it. So congrats guys, it was very nice to judge this battle.
Hey, what's up? AVH versus D sharp. Let's go. It was the most enjoyable battle for me so far, definitely. Let's go into like analyzing both. AVH just doing something that I really enjoy and missed so far. Clearly he's got something in his head and clearly he can transmit it. He's just taking us on a ride on minimalistic music, and in minimalistic music there's always change. It's just minimal, you know, taking away a hi-hat, bringing back the hi-hat, adding some delay, not adding some delay, but all the time, constantly. And the routine is really, really well thought out. It's just constantly keeps your attention. And the vibe is unreal, the mix is really good, the harmonies are on point. Big ups. D sharp on the other hand, super unique, crazy sounds. I would risk it that new sounds, you know, from the Mark 1, which is really awesome, and new ideas with the Mark 1. The structure wasn't so entertaining all the time. Sometimes I was like seeing in my head the wait for it kind of thing. And the mix was lacking a little bit for me on the kick drums especially. They didn't have that punch, you know, that fat thing to it to make it feel like it's an actual track, you know. But D sharp blew my mind, AVH blew my mind. My vote goes for AVH.
So this is probably one of the toughest matchups I've ever had to judge. AVH and D sharp were both spectacular with their music. Two very different, contrasting styles, each with their own merits, which made it very difficult to choose a winner. AVH came in really strong with his energetic beats. I loved his choices for effects, those phaser, filter, step rates, the slicers. Everything just went together so well, and his mixing is always on point. D sharp had some beautiful soundscapes that I haven't heard a lot in the loop scene. It was refreshing to hear. Both of them were absolutely incredible, but between the two of them, I voted for AVH. One of the main reasons being with D sharp, I feel like his tracks were a bit of a waiting game as far as his layering and getting the sounds out there. And by itself, that isn't a bad thing. I can see what he was trying to execute with his style, and he did it well. And it wouldn't be a bad thing if AVH didn't come in and come back with such an engaging performance with sounds ready to be listened to. That's my reasoning, but please subscribe to both AVH and D sharp on YouTube. Follow them on Instagram, their social media. I'm sure it's down there in the description somewhere. Please support them because this was one of the best battles in the event so far.
Hi guys, we are back for the third quarterfinal of the Loop Insider battle, and today I gotta say that I'm torn. I'm not that good. I'm torn between my heart and my brain. Both of the loopers were amazing, but I've got to be reasonable, and today my vote will go to AVH. Let me explain. If I'm referring to the second rounds, to me both of them were even. I would have slightly chosen D Sharp because he's very innovative, his drum kit is very creative, and I love the kind of music he made. But referring to the first round, AVH won it because the mix of D Sharp was a bit weird. I've got nothing against voice being behind and drums being ahead, but I think it was a bit too much in this track. Snare were very aggressive, and it made me put down the volume many times listening to it. To me, that's a big mistake. Whistle seemed like a bit off tunes, and most of all, the track seemed like a bit unfinished. Sometimes I was hearing filter or hi-hat being on, being off, like there was not part of the track, and it made me go out so many times from the track. So AVH won it. I just want to say to AVH that his second track was unbelievable, and to me, from what I've heard in this competition, he's got the best mixing sound of the competition. His sound is so full, so compact. So congrats to him. Congrats to D Sharp. I'm looking forward to see what you're gonna do in the future. I can see that you've got a bright future, bro. So congrats to you both. And for us guys, let's see each other next week for the last quarterfinal of the battle. See you guys.
Hey guys, so let's get into the battle. So for me personally, this battle didn't hit much. I did not enjoy it as much as I wish I did. Knowing AVH's level and knowing D Sharp's wildcard, I was expecting quite a lot. But it did disappoint me, I'll be honest. So the mixing from AVH obviously was really good. D Sharp's atmosphere was really interesting. Unique sounds. AVH did what we always know he does. Sounds good. It does sound good, but it's just like nothing new. Nothing really made me go, damn, this is crazy. Like in the last battle was great. So I think I'm gonna have to vote with AVH here just because he was more clean. It was a bit more going on. It was a bit, yeah. I think I'm gonna go with AVH here. It's just because his mix was a lot better and every sound was a lot clearer to me, and the musical structure was a bit better. But to be honest, not my favorite battles.